Today I am 15 days out. So here is my status update for today. My weight is coming along well. I'll show you a picture here of what my abs look like with all the goodie parts blocked out. It looks like this. So I'm still doing 2-a-day cardio. I do 47 minutes for my first session and I do 23 minutes for my second session. And that's because I'm just plain nuts about doing prime numbers. But I've been really good about sticking to my diet. I eat a lot of white fish and a lot of canned vegetables. Saves me money. It's super easy to prepare and I can get it done fast and eat because I am always hungry. Generally, when you have a fish meal, it looks like a lot of food when you have like 6 ounces of fish and 8 ounces of veggie. And you eat it down in no time, and 15 minutes later, your stomach's like, hey, did you eat anything yet? So I was just talking to some guys about the difference between a competition diet and an off-season diet. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, I really think a competition diet is much easier than your off-season diet. You know, for competition, I'm only doing this for, could be 13 to 16 weeks. And, but it is a lot longer for off season. And I have a much harder time eating all the food that I need to eat during the off season than competition season. I'm always hungry, so I'm always ready to eat my meals. And that's literally the only thing I can think about. So I'm always getting my meals. But during off season, if I go off my diet and I have something that's really fatty or something that might satiate me for a long time, then I just don't really want to eat. And that can be a real problem. And that's part of the reason why I haven't gained as much size over the previous year. So here's an interesting tidbit about being on a competition diet for me personally. And that is my brain's obsession with food. It is literally all I can think about. And every year my body craves something a little different. Last year, I could not wait to get Royal Farms fried chicken. And that's all I could think about. This year, it's pizza. I don't know why, I am lactose intolerant, but I am just absolutely dying for some pizza. So that's going to be my first big meal after the show. Now, coincidentally, I love television shows about food, and there's a series on Netflix called Chef's Table. And I adore that series. I just love the way it's filmed. I love the stories. I love what they talk about. And they came out with a new series called Chef's Table Pizza. So there are 6 episodes. I'm pretty sure I've seen most of the episodes 3 times. And someone was asking me, why in the world are you watching shows about pizza when you're starving? And I honestly don't know why, but I cannot help myself. That's all I can think about watching. And as I said, literally, I've watched some of these episodes 3 times. I just enjoy it that much. So that's one of the crazy aspects of what happens when you're on a competition diet. Another way that I am losing weight is carb cycling. So I'm eating lots and lots of vegetables and lots of protein, but for 3 days, the only carb I'm getting is, or I should say, like a grain carb, is I'm getting 1 ounce of dry oats, which converts, when you put water in it, about 4 ounces. So I do that 3 days, and on my high carb day, I get 2 ounces of oats, and but I get some rice during the day. And today is a very special day. Coach wants to see how I look if I get carved up. So for my last meal, instead of having 6 ounces of white fish and 5 ounces of cucumber, well, I always have pickles instead because I really like pickles. Tonight, I get 10 ounces of steak and 10 ounces of carbs. And I have a sweet potato that I'm going to cook up. And someone was asking me, well, are you looking forward to that steak? And it's like, I eat a lot of red meat anyway, so I'm not so wrapped up about the steak. But, oh my God, I cannot wait to have that sweet potato. And I get 2 heaping tablespoons of almond butter. I mean, that is like cake. It is a very special dessert. So after I have that meal, I go to bed. I'm supposed to wake up and check, see how much my weight has changed, and take photos and send them in. This is the kind of craziness that goes on during a prep. There's something else I want to talk about, and that is the amount of time that a prep takes. Doing double cardio and posing practice every day eats up a lot of time, and a lot of time. I'm still doing my own workouts, and I promise you, I am pushing pretty much the same weights that I do during the off season. I am working really hard. I don't want to lose any muscle while I'm working out, so I am not going to lighten the load. I still need to stimulate all that protein and muscle fiber that I can and put it back so I can prevent losing any size and just burn off the fat. So along with working out, having all my clients, twice a day cardio, and making time for posing practice and for social media and all that stuff, my day is absolutely filled. So I literally have no time on my hands, and when I get home, I have to walk the dog. So here's a picture of my doggy, by the way. And my life is just nuts right now, and I literally, if I have any downtime, I might get an hour of TV time, and then I fall asleep on the couch. I am just exhausted, and I've been getting up really early to do my first cardio session. While I'm doing my cardio, I have a whole bunch of YouTube videos lined up for me to watch. And I watched an interview video with Matt Jansen, who is the coach for, he's back with Nick Walker again, Sean Clarita, and I found out we have kind of a parallel story, that he was a personal training director at LA Fitness and then decided to go independent, and that was the same thing for me. And we're both really passionate about this sport of bodybuilding, and we like to establish those close connections to our clients. And I just found out we had a lot of things in common, and I thought that was kind of fun, although I'm probably old enough to be his father. I watched a whole bunch of his interview videos today. Every once in a while you find stuff that reinvigorates you, re-inspires you to do what you love. And I gave up a 6-figure corporate job to do what I am most passionate about, and that is teaching, and teaching fitness, which is what I love. I especially like working with people who are competitors.